Thank you, Mr. Deputy Prime Minister, for the introduction and the kind words. Thanks, too, for hosting this third strategic dialogue between our two countries. As you know, I was supposed to visit Kuwait during my trip in January, but a family emergency cut my trip short. You and your team were most gracious and understanding about the matter, and I want to personally thank you all for that. I promised I would get here quickly and reschedule. I wanted to get here soon to pay my first visit as Secretary of State, and I'm thrilled to be in your wonderful country today. You should all know President Trump sends his personal greetings as well. He was proud to host His Highness the Emir at the White House in September of last year. I'd be remiss, too, if I didn't thank the leaders and people of Kuwait for their many tributes to late President George H.W. Bush, who left us last November. His leadership in defense of Kuwait and the principle of helping friends confront international aggression will never be forgotten. This dialogue has helped produce the highest level of cooperation between our two countries since American coalition allies liberated Kuwait now almost 3 decades ago. Today marks another step forward in our strong bilateral relationship. On security, I'll repeat what I said during my recent speech in Cairo and at the Warsaw Ministerial last month. The United States is seeking vigorous new efforts from all countries in the region to address the security challenges of our time. These challenges include defeating terrorist groups like ISIS and al-Qaeda for sure. Kuwait is a strong partner towards that goal, and the agreements we are signing today affirm Kuwait's commitment. We're pleased, too, that our cooperation to enhance cybersecurity is growing and will remain a main feature of our coordination in the years to come. I'd also like to take this opportunity to reiterate today the U.S.'s commitment to Kuwait's security. Strong partnerships and alliances are key to overcoming the challenges I just spoke about, and the United States truly appreciates the extraordinary efforts His Highness the Emir has made to facilitate a resolution to the Gulf dispute. We all need a united GCC if the Middle East Strategic Alliance is to come to full fruition. In January, we held meetings in Muscat on the economic and energy pillars of the alliance. And just last month, we met in Washington to discuss the political and security pillars of that alliance. We appreciate very much the very constructive participation of the Kuwaiti delegation during each of those discussions, and we're counting on more to come. I'm also confident that our cooperation will help Kuwait meet its development goals under its new Kuwait Vision 2035 plan. We're excited to agree to an MOU that will promote innovation, entrepreneurship, and small business development in Kuwait. America will always support a greater role for the private sector because nothing creates jobs like free enterprise. Our joint efforts can buttress His Highness the Emir's message to the CEOs of 15 major U.S. corporations last September in Washington. We're also very pleased that we'll soon be the first ever U.S. Kuwait Business Council hosted by our Chamber of Commerce in Washington. And finally, the ties created by 5 generations of Kuwaitis studying in the United States are among our strongest linkages. We welcome Kuwaiti students. I had a chance to meet with a number of them who recently studied in the United States. We continue to welcome to our universities. We know they gain knowledge and skills to contribute to Kuwait's development and improves the relationship between our two countries as well. Today, our governments will sign a statement of intent on cultural cooperation. This will promote those connections between Americans and Kuwaitis and facilitate partnerships between cultural institutions in the United States and in Kuwait. Mr. Deputy Prime Minister, it was my honor to discuss the future of this great relationship and pressing regional issues with His Highness the Emir earlier today. We appreciate his vision and his wisdom. I look forward to our conversations in this dialogue, and I welcome the next generation of cooperation and friendship between our two countries. Thank you.